Oh, fun. Hey, guess what? Another celebrity is being a complete idiot and blaming racism for something. Now, which one is it going to be? Find out later in the video, okay. Just kidding, it wasn't racism, it was climate change. So, which one is it? It's a race car driver, Lewis Hamilton. Let me go pull up Lewis Hamilton. Actually, here, off the top of my head, since I watch F1 because I'm nice and civilized, quite, yes, I know quite about the F1. Lewis Hamilton is basically the dominant driver of all of F1 right now. I think he is tied for the record of most season wins, tied with Michael Schumacher, and probably going to win this year, beating it. He has set the fastest lap on various tracks and is considered to be the best driver in F1 currently and of all time. So, he's lecturing us, a race car driver who spends who spends a ton of fuel in races and uses high expense tires on climate change. Irony's fun, but it gets even better. Lewis Hamilton is lecturing us in the ocean on a gas guzzling speedboat at what looks like max power from the video. What? What? I'm confused? Help? Yes, let me go talk about climate change. And, to completely validate my point, let me just go on my gas guzzling boat. Oh, also, the reason why I've been, haven't been making videos is for personal reasons. Please don't bother me with that. So, he took a video with, on Twitter, and it says, took the day off on Tuesday for myself. No phone, no training, just me and Roscoe, his dog, on the water. I had time to reflect on where we are in the world today. Every day I see something upsetting and happening, and people are being abused, suffering. God. Can't do it. I can't do it anymore. But you're like, oh, well, that's not about climate change. Let me continue. That was only half of the tweet. Oceans, forests being destroyed. 2020 is such a heavy year. With me probably going to. Oh God. With me probably going to go win the World Series and me being considered one of the best and me getting paid millions of dollars to drive a car. And I actually do consider driving a car really fast impressive because, driving a car for hours under high stress situations and not, screwing up and losing is difficult, but whatever. Oceans being destroyed in 2020, but it gives me such hope seeing people together fighting for justice and doing more for our planet and the people in it. I'm sending you all positive waves as he's on the ocean. Nice pun. Keep pushing and inspiring those around you. And then so now you're like, oh, that's climate change related. Now there are ecological and climate things that you can do to try to help, such as not use emissions, because emissions are bad. Did you know that? Putting harmful chemicals into the air is bad and can kill things like humans and birds and fish. And guess what? Forest fires are bad. I mean, they're good for killing off like dead things, but they create a huge ecological effect. So if we can just say, replant in an area that's been burned by a forest fire, that'd be good. So there's actual environmental causes, which I think are good. I don't think environment bad. Anybody who support it, racist. That's not how I think. I just think these people that say the world's going to end in 12 years are hysterical morons who are using shock value to get people to follow them and, take their socialist takeover of the entire world with no borders. Just everyone's the same, all cultures are equal. There's only one country, one company that is regulated by the government. I just don't like that kind of eco whatever ism. I don't know what to call it because I'm 100% sure they're not really cared about the environment because they keep proposing solutions for things that we have data on it, but we don't have a definitive solution. And also, well, if they were so focused on it, they'd try to be solving issues all at once. Like, say, the cutting down of the Amazon, and replanting trees, and oil spills, and other things like that. Like helping companies that, spill oil so it's not as expensive, and guess what? So it's done quicker. You cannot claim you stand for the environment without doing something now, not planning for the future. If something happens in the future, okay, you have to do it. You have to do something now. Because, well, what if in a year your thing that you're trying to save has proven, well, actually, it's already been saved. Well, you've done nothing to contribute. Sorry. And this is why I hate those kind of people. Rant over. And, let's just go take more hypocrite. They pump out around 2,000 tons of carbon emissions every year. That is not including the mode of transport for citizens and other people to get there, nor airplanes, nor anything else. That's just the cars. So, who's ecologically concerned? If you are so ecologically concerned, quit the F1, Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. Isn't Lewis Hamilton sponsored by Mercedes? Well, since Lewis Hamilton chooses to be with Mercedes, let's see. The latest action comes from a year that, actually, let's just go get this. Mercedes-Benz was fined more than £700 million by German prosecutors in 2019 over diesel emission scandals. Mercedes, the parent, Mercedes has dismissed the claims and vigorously defended any group actions in court. The car maker is suspected of installing something known as a defeat device in its vehicles, which would allow cars to pass testing showing a lower reading. In other words, they basically cheated to get their cars to be able to pass. So, yeah, that's a good job, guys. And I'm sure doing more for the environment was definitely at his mind when let me just go read you the headline. He bought 15 supercars. Yeah, I don't need to say anything about that. Sorry, 8 of them were supercars. Sorry. And he then says everybody needs to go vegan. Shut up. As he whizzes around on his £25 million private jet. Yeah. Oh. Lewis Hamilton, it would be really nice if you, say, melted down all your cars, planes, and whatever, to create stations for shelter for the homeless, you know, and not, produce more carbon emissions and contribute to global warming. Lewis Hamilton, that would be really charitable. It would also stop emissions. And you should also quit your racing job because that also contributes. I mean, you should practice what you preach, otherwise, you're a massive hypocrite. And then, rival driver, Fernando Alonso said, "We all know the lifestyle Lewis has, and that Formula One drivers take 200 planes a year, each contributing probably, I don't know, countless tons for each, for all the planes a year, and then say don't eat meat." Yeah, very smart, very smart. But if there's a person who's a bigger hypocrite than Lewis Hamilton, oh, no one, no one. Lewis Hamilton's the biggest hypocrite in F1. But you know, Lewis Hamilton he understands it so much, black oppression and everything like that. That guess what? He is the torchbearer for Formula One's F1, F1 Black Lives Matter, whatever. It doesn't matter. He understands that black people are oppressed in entertainment and sports. Yeah, just Google any sport. Google American baseball, Google soccer, Google freaking basketball. Wonder what you'll see in there. Let's see. Let's go Google rap music. It's overwhelmingly white. Let's Google Grammy nominees. Oh wow, it's 100% white, male, and straight. So oppressed. But Lewis Hamilton is so oppressed. Mercedes gave him a $60 million contract. I mean, that's so little. I mean, think what he could do with that. He could only buy, I don't know, 5 houses. I mean, how's he supposed to buy 10 in a year? I mean, he's so oppressed. And guess what? Lewis Hamilton is so oppressed, he has 4 houses, all having an excellent view. One viewing Lake Geneva, one in New York, one in Monaco. Monaco's, actually, just go Google Monaco after you watch this video. And, shoot. And one in London. He's so oppressed that all of them only cost close to 30 million or more. 30 million pounds or more. So oppressed. But guess what? Lewis Hamilton, he's anti-transgender because he told his nephew, "Why are you wearing a princess dress?" I can't believe the levels of transphobia this awful human being has. Jesus Christ. Oh, but in F1, Hamilton faces a new enemy, Max Verstappen. Now, Max Verstappen is a German driver, and on the first race he won on his birthday. The first race, he got first. Yeah, he's pretty good. So from watching him, I can tell you he's very good at passing, and he seems the Red Bull team, which he's on, seems to be better at strategy than him, and Max Verstappen is probably a better driver. So you're probably asking, well, then how is Lewis Hamilton probably going to win the uh, Grand Prix, the World Series of F1? Well, because their car's better. The engineers are just so much better at Mercedes. They have better technology always. So, if they always have better technology, doesn't really matter how good your driver is, or at least it doesn't matter to the extent if you had the same car. So, yeah. Also, another reason why is Mercedes just keeps they keep screwing Bottas, Mercedes' other driver, and the last race I watched, they they left Bottas with two worn out tires so Hamilton could pass him. They screwed their own guy so Hamilton could get third. Yeah, third. Yeah, good job. So oppressed. So oppressed that his own team is taking Hamilton's side on everything and, you know, screwing their guy who possibly had a shot at, getting second. And they 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 left him out to dry. They let Hamilton pass him on purpose. It was blatantly obvious. If you watched the race, you'd know. But you probably don't. I recommend watching it. But another reason, actually, I got on a tangent, didn't I? Another reason Verstappen's an opponent, because Verstappen refused to take a knee for Black Lives Matter. Ooh, I think I have a new number 2 favorite driver. Yeah, it's Verstappen. But hey, my favorite part is, remember when celebrities, flaunted their wealth? Or remember when, they just shut up and enjoy their wealth? Remember when they didn't lecture you about how to change your life for the better? Remember that? Well, with celebrities like Lewis Hamilton and anybody else who's like him, those days are gone. Goodbye. Okay, bye. No, seriously, bye. No, just leave. God. Okay, all here. Ready? Click off on 3. 1, 2, 3.